superheroes and supervillains. It's your friend Sean PVS 101. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing very phenomenal today. And today's brand new video, I'm gonna do something new on my channel. And today's brand new movie review on my channel, I'm gonna review. Today, I'm gonna review on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yes, I'm going to do a movie review on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This movie is directed once again by James Gunn, who's the director of the first film. And this movie stars Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, Zoe Saldana as Gamora, Van Diesel as Groot, aka Baby Groot, Bradley Cooper as Rocket, Dave Bautista as Drax Destroyer, Michael Rooker, once again as Yondu, and others. And so the plot for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, this movie set right after the events of the first movie left off, 3 months after the original film left off. In this film, we see the Guardians doing some normal missions, trying to save, protect, and guard. The Guardians want to protect this golden planet from trying to protect those powerful batteries in the multiverse from the big monster. While the Guardians trying to defeat an evil monster, but the Golden People congratulated to the Guardians, but then accidentally out of nowhere, Rocket Raccoon stole those batteries, those powerful batteries, but then the Guardians trying to get away from those Golden People because they're not happy what Rocket just stole, but then out of nowhere, But then an unknown person who tries to save the Guardians from the Golden People turned out to be Peter Quill's long-lost father named Ego, played by Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's character, Ego, who is the long-lost father, half celestial, named Ego, who wants to see his long-lost son because he haven't seen his son over years since he was a little boy back in the first movie. So yeah, while Peter Quill and Ego trying to have a bonding together, but things got worse way later on. While the Guardians split together, while Peter Quill, Drax, and Gamora had to be with Peter Quill and Ego, along with a new character named Mantis, while the other Guardians split up with Mantis, Rocket, and Groot had to stay in the ship, the Milano ship, while they try to fix it up, but then they met Yondu once again. Now it's up with the Guardians dealing with an unknown villain named Ego, while Ego is trying to take over the world. And that's the plot for this movie. So, after I watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 right now on Disney Plus, after I watch it multiple times on Disney Plus, what's my opinion after I watch this movie? I gotta say, for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I really love this movie. No joke. I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I don't care what anyone said on the internet. Many people be like, I don't like this movie. It's mid. It's not good as the first film. Look, guys, I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It is one of my favorite MCU movies I ever seen. It's one of my favorite MCU origin stories I've seen. But for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I adore this movie. It's one of my favorite MCU sequels I've seen, and one of the better MCU sequels come out of the MCU. I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. In my opinion, I think I love this movie more than the first film because of why I love this film more than the original. Because it has more heart, a lot more humor, a lot more action, and a lot more serious moments, especially in the climax. I just love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Easily one of the better MCU sequels so far. So yeah, I just love this movie so much because I just love everything about the movie, how underrated it is. I love the writing, story, characters, everything was so perfect for me. So yeah, let's get into the story. So the story for this movie, I love the story. The story is very unique and original because it's set after the first film, because I just love the story. We focus on more character development and more character backstory because we learned about we learned about more on Peter Quill this time because of he learns how to because the story was very unique and creative because we focus on fatherhood while the first movie trying to focus on motherhood because of the loss of Meredith Quill. But in this one, we focus on fatherhood because who is Peter Quill's long-lost father, but named Ego. But while Peter Quill's having a nice bonding together, but things gone a little worse when Ego becomes a villain all along. I love the storytelling of this film. It's very unique, clever, brilliant, funny, and even emotional because it is really more emotional than the first film, in my opinion. I just really love the direction. I really love the new areas for the planets. They're very unique and clever because none of them felt generic. They felt very unique. So yeah, I love the storytelling. Also, I love the characters. The characters are very wonderful because we focus on them a lot of fighting and bickering because of while the first movie is an origin story space adventure, while in this movie we focus on a family dynamic because of right now the Guardians are like a family because sometimes the Guardians argue like family members. They don't fight each other, they just argue with each other about something. I feel pain and grief where they're coming from. But I love the characters. I feel for their pain and suffer. Alright, let's talk about the main character, Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, played once again by Chris Pratt. Come on, I freaking love Star-Lord in this movie. He is so perfect. I just really love his character arc when he learns about his long-lost father, who his long-lost father is, but then turns out it was a villain all along. I love Peter Quill in this movie. He was phenomenal because this is my favorite one from Star-Lord so far because we learned more on his character's backstory, what's more for his history and his past. I just love Peter Quill's character in this movie more than the first film. So yeah, I just love Chris Pratt's character a lot. That he is my favorite. Also, we have Zoe Saldana's Gamora. Gamora was perfect. I love Gamora in this movie. She was awesome. And Zoe Saldana once again nailed it. As for others like Drax in this movie, I don't care what people send on the comments. Drax need to be serious. Look, I love Drax in this movie more than the first film because Drax is now happy and now positive because of he now let go his pain and anger for his trying to avenge his wife and daughter because Drax no longer suffered his pain anymore. He's moved on and let go of his suffer in this film because he doesn't want to focus being all grief and depressed. He's now full of positiveness and happy. That's why I love Drax in Volume 2 more than the first film. That's my hot take. I love Drax's funny moments. He makes me smile because he is the heart of this movie and the likableness to it. Also, we have Bradley Cooper as Rocket. I love Rocket so much. He is awesome. Also, Baby Groot. Oh my god, Baby Groot is so cute. I love Baby Groot. I am Groot! Love Baby Groot so much. Also, for other ones, let's talk about the best character of the movie, Yondu. Wow. This is by far the best highlight of the movie is Yondu. Because I love Michael Rooker as his character. I like Yondu in the first film. He was great in this, but nothing special. But in this movie, this makes me want to love Yondu all over again. He got more to do and a lot more shine to do than he was in the first film. I like Yondu in the first film, but he was great most of the part. But in this movie, he was perfect and phenomenal because he got a lot more shine to do and a lot more purpose because of right now I feel bad for Yondu because he lost his Ravager friends from Taser phase while the other Ravagers against him, but Michael Rooker nailed it because I just love Yondu so much. I'm Mary Poppins, yo! So yeah, I love Yondu so much. He's phenomenal. But also, won't spoil some moments. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, go click off this video and go watch it on Disney Plus right now. You will love it and appreciate it more. So yeah, love Yondu so much. Also, for other characters, I really love Sean Gunn's character, Kraglin. He was awesome. I just loved Kraglin so much. I love some other characters. And let's talk about the villain. Wow. Ego was one of my top 10 favorite MCU villains because of I love Ego so much. He's the MCU villain character you love to hate because of if you thought Rodin from the first film was scary, Ego from the second film put Rodin from the first film to shame because Ego was more threatening than Rodin because of he used to be like a nice, happy, carefree, long-lost father to Peter Quill, very happy and lightful. But then in the third act, when things get dark and serious, he becomes a monster. That is much worse than you think. There's something more threatening moments. I don't spoil what happens, but when you watch the movie, you'll be terrified of him. So yeah, Kurt Russell, who played this character, he is perfect in my opinion. Enough said. So yeah, let's talk about the visual effects. The visual effects look so perfect in this movie. I love the visuals and camera lighting than the original because this one's a lot more colorful and beautiful. And also I love the action scenes. The action scenes are a lot of fun and unique. I love them so much, especially my favorite one has to be the Yondu fight scene with the Ravagers when he whistles while listening to "Come and Get a Little Closer," the perfect action scene. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, all the action scenes are phenomenal, and I love the climax. It's one of the best climax I've seen in an MCU movie, in my opinion. So yeah, I love the action scenes so much, and also the soundtrack was perfect. The soundtrack for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was even better than the first film. Don't get me wrong, I adored the first Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, but for the second film, I love it a lot more than the first film because it was a lot more fun, exciting, and unique. So yeah, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. I cannot wait to listen to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 soundtrack while watching that film. So yeah. Also, I really love the humor. The humor and the jokes are so unique and creative. This is why I love the humor in this one than most MCU humor nowadays. Overall, there's nothing to say. I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I do not care what anyone said on the internet, but it's not good as the first film. Oh, shut your mouth. I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Easily the best MCU sequel I've seen, even one of the better ones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with perfect writing, lovable characters, beautiful visuals, awesome action scene, and an awesome soundtrack. Enough said. Overall, I give this movie a phenomenal 10 out of 10. Well, that's for my video. Subscribe to my channel. Comment down below, look at this video, and what's your favorite character and your favorite moment of the movie? Comment down below. And also, get totally wicked, and I'm Mary Poppins, yo!